Aloha and welcome. My name is Kauai Fit and I'm a realtor up here in Anchorage, Alaska. Today we're talking about your 5 top things that we need to talk about before you go to sell your house. You want to list your house and you want it to be in the most pristine condition. You don't want any buyer to be given a chance to find reasons why they should lowball you on your offer, or to find reasons why they should ask or offer less than what you're asking for, right? Okay, so the first idea is professional photography. We want to make sure professional photography is taken full advantage of, because you know how amazing your house can look. And I love taking pictures, but I am not a professional photographer, and I do not know how to see everything in a small room by just using my camera. A professional photographer knows all the right angles to take photos with. He knows all the right times of days he should be taking photos. They will make the house look as nicely put together as possible. They are not going to Photoshop anything. They're not going to say, oh yeah, the paint is kind of chipping on the south side of this house on the exterior, so we're just gonna color that in Photoshop. They will not do that, but that comes later in the 5 things that we need to do before you actually list your house. So number 1, we definitely need it professionally photographed, okay? Number 2 is curb appeal. And curb appeal is on the exterior of the house, but also in the interior of the house. So if you know that you're gonna have a showing today, or if you know you're gonna be putting your house on the market in the next month, whenever it's trash day, for example, make sure you take your trash can out and then you put it back, and you put it back nicely. You put it up against the house, or even hide it in the garage. That'd be even better. You don't want anybody to drive by and ever consider your house like, oh, they never keep up with their house, or oh, they always just leave their trash can on the side of the road for days. You don't want any kind of like bad connotation to your house attached to it at all, right? So also, like, if your front door, for example, maybe needs a new coat of paint, or maybe the side of your house gets hit with sprinklers. If you have sprinklers in Alaska, not many of us do for our residents, but I see lots of commercial buildings too that do get hit with sprinklers, and you can actually see that line on the house or on the building. So if you have overgrown bushes, we want to make sure that the whole entire house outside looks great, looks perfect. When you're talking about the inside, then lots of things that tend to kind of drive me crazy are, if we walk through a house and they're listing the house so it's on the market, ready to be sold, but the front of the dishwasher will be all gooped up and nasty, like drips will be down it, and you don't want to touch it, right? So it's kind of the whole curb appeal. You want to clean that baby, you want to wipe that down, you want the house to show as nicely as possible, okay? So curb appeal is next. Then we also want it, if there are any repairs that need to be done to the house, we want to make sure to get as much of those done as you want to get done. I understand sometimes you don't want to finish a handrail going down the back porch down into the yard because you guys never use the backyard anyways. But you don't want to give that buyer that opportunity to say, oh man, these owners, they never took care of their house. They didn't even finish this handrail. I mean, something as simple as a handrail, let's get a handyman over there and let's get them to fix it right now and make it look good and have it finished. If there's maybe a door that's sticky when you push it open or pull it shut, if it's sticky and it just doesn't work very well, you don't want to give that buyer that opportunity for him to say another reason why he shouldn't buy your house. So let's get that handyman over there. Let's get him to fix it so it doesn't rub on the carpet or whatever. Next, we want your house to look hotel ready, basically hotel-like, okay? What I mean by that is you basically don't want anything on horizon or horizontal surfaces, okay? So I know my house does not look like that. I mean, I have picture frames and plants and lamps and everything on horizontal surfaces. But when I go to sell my house and I'm staging my house, my horizontal surfaces, people will walk into my house and say, does somebody live here? You know, I mean, there will not be dirty dishes in the sink. There will not be dirty dishes in the microwave or in the stove. I mean, sometimes I open stoves, you know, just to look around or check out microwave cleanliness and stuff like that when we're walking through a house. And you will not imagine how many people tend to just shove all their dirty dishes in the microwave and shut the door because they think nobody will look in there. So anyways, hotel-like, we want all horizontal surfaces clean, wiped down. We don't want any dust, no crumbs, nothing like that. And you just want to take all your pictures, everything, you want it as minimal as possible, just very simple. You know, a hotel room doesn't have a lot of clutter everywhere. It's very simple. So that's what you want, the feeling like that when people walk into your house. You also want to take down any family photos. Family photos are kind of a whole bunch of problems in itself, but the main reason why you don't want family photos there is because your buyers are walking into your house and they want to be able to picture them and their family and their dogs and their cats. They want to picture their family in your house. They do not want to go into your house and see pictures and cute pictures of, oh, your family is so adorable, and oh, I see this family in these photos and they live here and this is their house. And they start thinking about your family and how this is your house. They're not picturing themselves in this house, and they're not picturing their family in this house. And so they're not even considering this house an option anymore because this is your house. They've already seen your family. They already know who you are. We don't want that. So take down your family pictures, please. We also don't want family pictures in any photography either. That's a no-no. And then lastly, we want to make sure that your guns and your gold are put away safely. I understand lots of people will have realtors when they walk through the property with them. Sometimes if you're doing a for sale by owner and maybe another couple or person who's not being represented by anybody will want to come see your house, totally different sticky situation, but sometimes they don't have a realtor and they're walking through your house alone, and maybe you're kind of walking with them, but you don't want to make them feel super awkward, so you're not walking with them all the time, and maybe you're just kind of like trailing them a little bit, but you never know. These are strangers walking through your house, so do not give them any temptations. Put away all your jewelry. Do not even have a jewelry box out on the tables. Put all of that away. Even put it in your drawer underneath clothes. You know, we don't want to give anybody opportunities. Even when people are with their realtors, sometimes there can be a couple walking through a house and the realtor can really only chase one person at one time, right? You would really hope that the realtor would understand what kind of people they're working with and that they would trust the people who are walking through the house, but I just don't like giving anybody any temptations. Also, so that's your gold. Your guns, put those away too. We are Alaskans, we have our guns. We don't want anybody to really know where our guns are kept. There may be a safe, that's fine. Just make sure it's closed and locked, please. You wouldn't imagine sometimes what you see. So, yeah, those are your 5 takeaways to start thinking about when you're going to be listing your house. If you have any more questions about listing your house, please let me know. I'd love to chat more about it. All right, again, it's Kauai Fit, and I'm a realtor here in Anchorage, Alaska. If you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I'll stay in touch.